Together with Earle Sports Bets, yeah, the twins, they be checking in, stacking up. Green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend, and we stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah, R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. We'll be joined here by my brother Tim in just a little bit. But today we've got a decent card in front of us here. Decent, not huge NHL card. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games, which for a Tuesday card is kind of a light card, but usually we see double-digit games, but I'll take 9 games here in the NHL. We've already moved on 3 of them, all of them at plus money. So I've already locked in 3 plays when it comes to the National Hockey League, and we do have 5 games in the NBA. I'm kind of looking at a couple spots. Definitely looking forward to talking those over with Tim when he gets here. But before we get to today's games, before we get into today's slate, we'll take a look back at what happened yesterday. One went right, one went wrong in the world of sports betting, and it was a good bounce back day. It was a good day yesterday. NBA 1-1 up 0.4 units. Had the Pistons plus 12. We took a small shot with the plus 525, and they made it competitive with, what was it, 2 minutes to go. It was a 1-point game. Then they ended up losing by 9. But we got the plus 12. We lost the plus 525 there. Houston Christian plus 3, plus 125, both come through in college basketball. They went outright by 8. They took care of business against the Privateers of New Orleans there. So kept it simple in college basketball, not much graded out well. Kept it to one team. The one team took care of business. We're good. So 2-0 in college basketball, up 0.75 units. And hockey was a great day. My only loser was an overtime loser, which was fun. 4-1 up 3.25 units here in the NHL today or yesterday. Winnipeg, Boston under 5.5. Did not look good on the start. That game started off way too fast. 3 goals in the first period, and then it died after that. Nothing in the second period. Only there was 2 goals in the third period, but it stayed under. It's all that matters. 4-1 final. Boston breaks the 33 game streak that the Jets had of not giving up more than 3 goals. So kind of interesting there for that. Vegas Golden Knights plus 105. They had a 2-goal lead and blow it in overtime. Blow it and lose it in overtime. That was my only loser of the night. Happens. Florida Panthers money line. Florida Panthers team total over 3.5. Never in doubt on the team total. Totally did not need 2 empty nets there in order to cash that. And sometimes when you have a good night, you just need those little things to go your way. I didn't get the overtime, but I got the empty net there. 2 empty nets from the Florida Panthers as they scored early with the goalie pulled for Nashville, and then they did it again. Nashville pulled the goalie again, so got very lucky there. And then Chicago, Vancouver under 6. If only they were that easy. Chicago unders, other than the last game against the Islanders, they get shut out again. And I'll probably look at another Chicago under next game. As long as they're keeping those games away from 5.5, I'll definitely be interested in unders in Blackhawk games. But with that being said, overall yesterday 7-2 up 4.40 units. Much needed get back day here, and back in the black for 2024. 158, 160, and 3 up 1.45 units. So we're back in the positives here for 2024 for me. And I'll look to try to build onto that here on the 23rd. Looking to close out this month strong here as we have 8 days left in January. But with that being said, we will get started with the hockey card here. We have a lot of early action. I noticed 1, 2, my 3 plays are in the first 4 games we'll talk about here. And we'll get started here. I did a free pick video on this game last night. We have the Dallas Stars traveling to Detroit in this game, Detroit, taking on the Red Wings. The Stars minus 140 favorites here on the road with a total of 6.5. Let's get the line history up here. Let's grab that tab. Let's switch this over to hockey because I was looking at the NFL card there. A couple of interesting spots there for the championship games. But let's take a look here as we have this line opened up with Dallas at minus 135 and immediately went up to 145 40 minutes later, and it's come back down to 140. So once it hit 145, there was buyback on the Red Wings there. Line opened up at 6.5 minus 115, it's down to 6.5 minus 108. So we have a move towards the under. We have a move towards the Red Wings in this spot here. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this one, where we have 80% of the tickets and 94% of the cash is on the Stars, and yet there's been buyback on the Red Wings. Granted, only 1,800 tickets here, so take that with a grain of salt. 50% of the tickets, 86% of the cash is on the under here as well. And when I looked at this matchup here, this is not a Dallas Stars spot. It's just not, because when I was looking at this game here, I have the wrong team favored in this spot. I have the Red Wings as a slight favorite. You look at the way they've been playing as well as of late. This is a Red Wings team that has looked really good. They've won 4 of their last 5 games. They've won 8 of their last 7 of their last 9. Their only losses were to Carolina 4-2. And to Edmonton in overtime, 3-2 in their last 9 games. This has been a really good type of run here for the Red Wings, and actually they've been playing a lot of under hockey as well. They've gone under in 4 in a row, 2-1, 4-2, 3-2, 4-2. Then they had a 5-3 game, but then 3-2, 3-2, 4-3, 5-3, 5-3. So out of the last 7 games, they've gone under in 6 of them. So they've been a really good under team as well, and I kind of do see a little bit of an under in this spot here. I have this game projected for around 5.45 goals, so I wouldn't talk anybody off of maybe if you can get a nice 3.5 number here with the team total of the Stars, maybe looking under here for the Dallas team total under. Let's see what that Dallas team total under is, because that's an interesting look. And of course, my book does not have team totals yet for the NHL. Outstanding. Let's see what Bovada has for this one real quick, because I think that's a decent look. You can look at the Stars team total under. It is a 3.5, I'm assuming. Does Bovada seriously not have a team total either? First half team total. 3.5 minus 130 to the under. That makes sense. I would lean in that direction. Am I going to pull the trigger on it? No, I'm just going to keep it simple and take just the money line here with the Red Wings plus 125 in this game. Just have the wrong team favorite in this spot here. Tim's on his way home. Cannon saying Wings money line. Yes, Wings money line today for that game. We'll move on here. This is the one game out of the first 4 that I don't have action in at the moment. We have the Tampa Bay Lightning. They're at the Philadelphia Flyers. And this one here, Flyers favored it over the Lightning here at 115 with a total of 6.5. We're seeing the 6.5s pop up again. Yesterday, we didn't have any 6.5s during the show. Line opened up at a 106. It's still at 106. So no line movement here on the side for this game on BetOnline. Line opened up at a 6.5 at even money. It's now a 6.5 at plus 109. So we have a move towards the under, and we have no move on the side. 56% of the tickets, 60% of the cash is on the Lightning. Only 1,500 tickets, though. 58% of the tickets, 79% of the cash is on the under. So not really much to go off of here in this game. Let's take a look at my projections for this one, which have the Lightning around a minus 110 favorite. This game, do I have any interest in the side? No. Do I have any interest in the total? Lean under. I have a lot of these games grade out well for an under. I could see an under in this game. The lines move towards the under, and money's coming in on the under. Granted, only 1,500 tickets, but unders have graded out pretty well for me on my model here the last few days, and we've seen a little bit more unders as of late. So I would lean only under in this game, but it's a no play for me here as well. Back in action. And action. The draw. I mean, yeah, we have the Philadelphia Tigers here in this one here, so I can definitely see a draw here at the Flyers. They're definitely a really good overtime team. But we'll keep on moving on here, where we have the Ottawa Senators minus 145 road favorites, total 6.5 in this game against the Montreal Canadiens. I did move on this game as well. Let's get into the line history in this one here, where we have this one with the Senators open up at 140. It's up to a 143 now. So we have a slight move towards Ottawa on the road here at this plus 140 price tag. And the line opened up at 135. It's down to a 132 for the over. So a slight move towards the under and a slight move towards the Sens in this game here. We have 82% of the tickets are on the Senators. We do not have a cash flow. We have 82% of the tickets, 66% of the cash is on the over. And we have only 1,100 tickets in. So once again, this is why I don't care about market movements when it comes to the NHL, because there really isn't much of a market for the NHL. So that's something to always keep an eye out here. And I have this game with the Habs as a slight favorite in this one. I have them around minus 105 range in this game. I did take Montreal. We look at what these two teams have done as of late, and yes, Ottawa is finally playing a little bit better. They forced the Jets to overtime. They beat the Flyers 5-3 after being down not only 2-0 but 3-1 in that game. Very frustrating for someone who had the Flyers in that one there. And they just played this Montreal Canadiens team at home and won 6-2. Now we have a short-term revenge spot here for the Canadiens, who are coming in off of just a hideous performance against the Boston Bruins on the last game of their 3-game road trip, where they went to New Jersey, won that game 3-2, but then lost 6-2 to the Senators and lost 9-4 to the Bruins. I think this is a good spot to back the Canadiens here in this spot. I have them as about a pick'em price. I see value on the number. They just got their ass kicked against this Ottawa Senators team. And if I lose this game, probably fade the Senators train will be over, because I am 0-2-1 in my last 3 games on the fade the Ottawa train. So if I lose this one, it won't be a blind fade of Ottawa anymore. I'll probably still be betting against them because their numbers suck, but it won't be the Operation Fade the Ottawa Senators anymore. It'll just be I like the side on the game. So we're going to try it one more time here. I think the wrong team's favored. I'll take the Montreal Canadiens at home here at plus 125. This one. What's the Habs team total? That's an interesting look. Let's see if I can find what that is. Habs team total over. I kind of like that look a little bit. Granted, this line's now a 7, so that's kind of tricky there. 3.5 plus 125 for the Montreal Canadiens. That's not a bad idea either. If you expect them to score 4 goals, but maybe not hold on and win. But I don't see Montembeault having another bad game like that. So, yeah, the Habs are a solid, tricky team. They are exactly kind of what I thought they would be. They're about a league 500 team. They're an NHL 500 team. So, they are what we expected them to be. But we'll keep moving on here. And we got trade in the NBA, where we have Terry Rozier is going to the Miami Heat for Kyle Lowry and a 2027 first-round pick. Interesting, a 2027 first-round pick, but yeah. Little update there in the NBA, but we'll head into the next matchup here, where it's the New York Islanders and the Vegas Golden Knights. The Islanders now minus 155 favorites with a total of 6 in this spot here. Let's take a look at the line history in this one here, where we have the Islanders opening up at 135, and that drastically went up to 153 now on BetOnline. Line opened up at a minus 108 for the over 6. It's now a plus 109. So a big move towards the under and a big move towards the Islanders here in this one. And then we have 69% of tickets, 96% of the cash is on these New York Islanders. The line's gone, or with 2,200 tickets, the line's gone definitely in their direction. 70% of the tickets are on the under. The line is dropped as well. And for me, my projections, this is not a projection play. This is not a model play, because the model would absolutely not say lay this type of number with the Islanders at this spot. But this is a situational play for me, and this is something I'm committing to until it loses. Because we're already 1-0 with it. We're going to keep doing it until it loses. With the new head coach for the New York Islanders, we're going to bet the Islanders every game until the Islanders lose. So I'm on the Islanders -1 at +106 in this game against the Vegas Golden Knights. And I would like to take a look here. I was putting in a request for somebody who has the database. I want to see what the number is for teams on 0 days rest that went to overtime the night before. 0 days rest in their previous game went to overtime, because that would fit both the Vegas Golden Knights and the San Jose Sharks here today. I don't think that's a very advantageous situation. If you're an overtime, if you're a team on a back-to-back that went to overtime the night before. So I think this is a really bad situational spot for the Vegas Golden Knights, because they just traveled across country. They were at home. They played Pittsburgh on the 20th. They went yesterday, played the Devils, went to overtime in a crazy game, a 6-5 game, and then now they played the Islanders today, and then they get a couple days off and play the Rangers. I like the Islanders here on this spot, -1, +106. Yes, I know the Islanders are back. They've gone to overtime in back-to-back games, but I think this is a spot where if you like Vegas, maybe look at them first period. They come out strong early, but they fade away late. I like the Islanders here -1 at +106. Let's see. Coyotes, Bruins, Grizzlies cash out. There you go. Kyle Lowry, a Hornet. Yep. Yes, we keep riding those Coyotes. Yeah, I wish I moved on the Coyotes. I actually had a slight lean towards the Penguins last night, which I was glad I did not bet that. And actually, the Arizona Coyotes made history last night. They are the first team to score a power play goal without recording a shot on goal on the power play in NHL history. I'll let that stick in for you. I'm a sucker for VGK plus money. Okay. I don't think this is the spot for it, but okay. Fair. Next matchup here, the Minnesota Wild and the Washington Capitals. The Wild -155 favorites, total 6 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in the spot here, where we have the Wild opening up at 150. It's up to a 157. So we've had a move towards the Wild in this game. Line opened up at a 6 at -105. It's now a 6 at +103. So we've had a move towards the under again. A lot of line movements towards the under here today. 50% of the tickets, 89% of the cash on the under. 1,100 tickets in. 69% of the tickets and 80% of the cash on the Wild. 1,100 tickets in. And the lines move slightly towards the Wild. So very limited sample size with tickets, but we've seen the markets move in those directions. My projection for this game is with Darcy for the Wild to be 145 favorites. Now, if you give me Lindgren in this spot, and this is one where I'm going to wait for a goalie confirmation, and I might add it later in the day. Lindgren has been amazing this year. 55.41 expected goals against, but only 41 goals against this season for a goalie rating of 0.73. If they tell me that Darcy Kemper is not in net and they're going with Lindgren today, I'll be more interested in the Capitals as a dog in this one here, because I don't think the Capitals should be a dog. If it's Fleury or Gustafsson, I really don't care for the Wild. The Capitals have a pretty drastic difference between their most effective goaltender, which is technically their backup goaltender right now, in Lindgren. Because obviously Kemper was the starter heading into the year. Than what we've seen from Darcy. Because Lindgren has all-star stats when you look at it here, and Darcy not as much. So this is a tricky game. In order for me to back the Capitals here, I need Kemper, or I need not Kemper. I need Lindgren. If it's Kemper, it's a stay-off spot for me. Maybe you look towards an over with two struggling goaltenders. It'd be 5 point. Actually, no, I wouldn't actually. But if it's Lindgren, I'm interested in the Capitals in this spot here. At plus price tag here in this one. I would love to fade the Wild, especially as a favorite. So Yeah. Feels like the new coach is everything for the team. Kind of is. It's supposed to be Kemper tonight. Draw. Yeah, I would. I want nothing to do with the game if it's Kemper, because I think the line, if it's Kemper with the Wild, is correct. So I have no interest in the Wild at all in this game. It's capture nothing, and I need Lindgren. I don't know. I'm sure the Islanders want to send a message to VGK after losing 5-2. Yeah, it's also a little bit of a revenge spot. So I can definitely see that as well. We'll keep on moving on here. The St. Louis Blues and the Calgary Flames. Minus 165 for these Flames with a total of 6 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this one, which opened up at a 155. It's up to a 163 for the Flames. Line opened up at a 6 minus 108, so 6 minus 115. So we have a move towards the over, and we have a move towards Calgary in this game here. Looking at the cash flow in this one here. Once again, this one only 850 tickets in. 33% of the tickets, 97% of the cash is on the Blues. 75% of the tickets are on the under. No cash flow here in this game as well. And you know me, you know that I love to back the Blues, but I like to back the Blues as a home dog, not a road dog. They struggle away from Enterprise Arena a little bit, this sad St. Louis Blues team. 8-12-1 compared to 14-8-1 at home. So definitely where you want the Blues is at home. And I think this line's right. I have this game capped for the Flames around a minus 160 favorite. So I think this line seems steep, but it's about right. I have this game projected for Markstrom and Binnington. Now, if you tell me it's Vladar, I would have a little bit more interest in this game. Potentially the Blues as a dog with Vladar in net. This is another one where I'm waiting for goalie confirmations, most likely. And I'll probably move on the dog if they tell me it's Vladar or Wolf, because I don't know. I don't know the status behind Markstrom and when he should be expected back. But for me in this game, it's Blues or nothing. And in order for it to be Blues, I need Vladar in this game. I can see VGK winning, so I'm either passing or taking plus money. That's fair. I know a lot of people are going to look at that beautiful plus price tag next to the Vegas Golden Knights and be like, I got to bet it, I got to bet it, I got to bet it. Not for this better. Not for this better. So we'll keep on moving on here. Oilers minus 360 favorites, total of 7 in this game. The Oilers obviously on a 13-game winning streak, but they're making you pay for it here. I'm hoping they kind of win this game, and then they get the Blackhawks next. Something tells me the Blackhawks win that game. Line opened up at a 360. It's down to a 340, so the line's dropped 20 cents. But, I mean, it's a minus 360, so I expect the line to not continue to move towards the favorite sometimes. Line opened up at a 7 plus 105. It's a 7 at plus 104. So we've had really no line movement on anything here. 72% of the tickets, 99% of the cash is on the over with 3,000 tickets in. And the line moving slightly towards the under. It went from plus 105 to plus 104 for the over. So kind of interesting there. And I can kind of see this game being a little bit of an under game. Because we have Merzlikins and Skinner. Skinner's been a little bit better as of late. I thought this game should have been more like a 6.5, 6 range. Seeing a 7 is very intriguing for an under here in this spot. And I know Edmonton Oilers unders can be scary, but I mean, this is probably during the winning streak here for the Oilers. This is probably the best defensive hockey we've seen them play this entire, in a while. Because they're 10-0 in their last 10. They're 13-0, obviously 13-0 in their last 13. But the under is 8, and they're 2-8 over under their last 10 games as well. Because why are they succeeding? They've given up in the last 10 games 1-2-2, 1-2, 1-1, 2-2-2. The only game they've gone over the total is when they put up 5 against Philly and when they put up 7 against Anaheim. Other than that, 3-1, 4-2, 4-2, 2-1, 3-2, 2-1, 3-1, 5-2, 7-2, 3-2. This looks like a really good under game. And on the flip side, Columbus has been playing a little bit towards the under as well. They're 3-5-2 over under their last 10 games. Grant, actually, it would be to the 7 here because they pushed twice on the 7. They lost 4-3 against the Devils at a 7 number there in the last 10. They pushed that 4-3 shootout win over Vancouver. Other than that, 4-1, 7-4, 5-0, 4-3, 3-2, 4-1, 3-2, 6-5, 4-3. So they're not playing that many overs either when you look at it here. I'm actually really interested in this under. And what can I get this under at in this game? And I know Edmonton Oilers unders are scary. 7 minus 120. I might move on that. There's a couple unders that have my attention here because I'm also kind of interested in that Flyers under as well for today. So I'm going to take a look at a little bit deeper into that total there. I think I might move on that one, and I think I might be moving on this Lightning under as well against the Flyers potentially as well. Because that under grades out pretty well too. So yeah, I'm gonna lean towards the under in this game. I think I might play the under in this game. I like this under actually a lot better than I like the Flyer under. We're gonna move on it here. Under 7 minus 102, minus 120 for this game. Under 7 minus 120. Oilers and Blue Jackets. Aiden Hill is just very elite, and I don't want to bet against. Is Aiden Hill back today? Because he hasn't played in a very long time, and that would actually make me want to bet against him because he had when was the last time Aiden Hill made a start? Because he's been hurt, and generally when a goalie's been out for a while, I want nothing to do with them. Let's take a look. What was the last time Aiden Hill made a start? Because it's been Thompson, Patera. Yeah, Aiden Hill hasn't made a start in almost 2 months. November 30th was his last start against the Vancouver Canucks in the 4-1 win. I would want to bet against the Golden Knights even more if I found out that it is indeed Aiden Hill in net today. It would make me want to fade them even more because he just hasn't played in a while, and you might have a rusty goaltender with a tired team on a back-to-back after an overtime game last night. That makes me like the Islanders even more, and that would actually probably lean me towards an Islander team total over. So Blues aren't that great on the road, but I can lean in under. Yeah, Oilers puck line in the next game. Yeah. What's up, bro? Sorry, I'm late. All good. Late to the stream, but thanks for the Florida Panthers yesterday. I like the Wild today. Yeah, it's tricky. It's tricky. If it's lingering, I have interest in the Capitals. If it's Kemper, I have no interest in the game at all. Got Picard at goaltender, might lean over. Could end 5-2, 6-2. It very well could. And at a 7. I think that line's too high. I could see 4-2 Oilers in that game. He's expected to be back tonight. Cool. Then I like my Islanders play even more. Supness, what is good, Lex? There. We'll keep on moving on here. We have 2 games remaining in the NHL, and then we'll move into the NBA. Hopefully Tim will be here by the NBA. Or maybe he'll be here in a couple minutes when he hears the Buffalo Sabres are playing today. Minus 160 road favorites. Total of 6.5 in this game. They play Anaheim. In this game. Let's take a look at the line history in the spot here where Buffalo opened up at a 140. It's up to a 155. So we have a line move towards the Buffalo Sabres in this game. And this line opened up at a 6.5 minus 108. It's now a 6.5 at plus 112. So we have a move towards the under in this game, and we have a move towards Buffalo in this spot as well. Taking a look, we have 17% of the tickets, and I called it. I said
I was just getting up to my room. Shut up! Don't even say that.
I said Beetlejuice too many times, and Tim shows up when I say Sabres. But 17% of the tickets and 82% of the cash is on the Ducks in this game. But granted, how many people are laying $1.60 on the road with the Sabres? 50-50 split on the puck line. Granted, only 1,200 tickets into this game, so nothing really too much to go off of in this game. I had this game projected for Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen and John Gibson. And with that, I have the Sabres projected 145, 150 range. So I have absolutely no interest in this game at all. Maybe an underplay. I have this game projected for 5.85 goals. So I can see a potential under. Let's see what the way these two teams have been playing. The Sabres have been decent, a little under team as of late, Tim. They've gone under.
UPL has been fantastic.
Yeah, they've gone under in 4 straight games. 3-1 loss against Tampa Bay. The 2-3-0 wins against the powerhouses of the Sharks and the Blackhawks, and then the 1-0 loss against the Canucks. So they've played some unders as of late here. And on the flip side, Anaheim, not as much. They lose 5-2 to the Rangers. They lose 5-3 in San Jose. They lose 2-0 to the Capitals before that, 5-4 game, a 5-1 game. I would lean under in this game, if anything. Not really a game I'm gung-ho to get involved with. Laying minus 165 or minus 155, minus 160 on the road with the Sabres is an absolute no thank you for me. But finding a way to back the Ducks right now is not something I'm interested in as well. Especially with the trade rumors going around that Zegras is on the market. I wouldn't be surprised if Gibson's on the market, like things along those lines. Gibson could probably get back a nice return if you're looking to trade him. So no interest in this game for me. Tim, I said Beetlejuice too many times. What's your thoughts on the Sabres here today?
I will say they do a lot better when I don't bet on them, so I'm not going to bet on them today. I don't know why they do better when I don't bet on them, because they kind of screwed me that way, but it is what it is. I obviously I'll be watching this game. I don't have to work tomorrow, so I get to watch this one tonight. Because it starts at 10. I don't know. I look at the Sabres. If the Sabres want to be legit contenders, they have to take this 3-game road trip where they go to Anaheim, LA, and San Jose and get at least 5 points.
Yes.
At least. They have to beat the Ducks, beat the Sharks, at least overtime with the Kings. They need 5 points in order to be considered serious for a playoff, because once they get back from the All-Star break, the first 4 games are not easy. Dallas, St. Louis, the Kings, and Florida. And then they get a little bit of an easier trip when they get Minnesota, Anaheim, Montreal, and Columbus. But this is an important 3 games if they want to have life this year going into the All-Star break. They need to go into it winning, what would it be, 5 out of 6 games and really try to get some momentum, because right now they are far back. They're at 44 points, and I believe the wild card team is Tampa with 53. So they're 9 points behind right now for a wild card spot, and they only got 1 game in hand against Tampa. So this is a rough spot for the Sabres. They need to take at least 2 out of the 3 games, at least 5 out of 6 points. I'm not betting it though. The Sabres seem to do better when they don't. I will say, if I'm betting out anything in this game, it involves maybe some type of point parlay or something with Peterka, Quinn, and Cousins, because their chemistry has been fantastic. But I'm not going to be betting the Sabres in this one now.
Fair. Back to the chat.
Where were you?
Let's see. There.
Bills money line, baby. Sabres money line, baby. Easy money. Play my music. All right. There you go. Timmy, Buffalo 1.5, minus 1.5. I'm not laying minus 150. That's for sure. Timmy, Sabres Day. Yes, it is Sabres Day. Gibson washed. He's getting lit up tonight. I hope so. Casey Middlestead is a keeper, a late bloomer like UPL. I hope so. I hope they keep Middlestead. I have a feeling that the Sabres are going to trade some players, and when it comes to trade deadline, number 71 is not going to be on the Sabres anymore.
Olofsson?
I think Olofsson's gone. He probably should be. He could probably do better somewhere else. Yes. Sabres, yes. Is it Kemper for Capitals or not Lindgren?
It is Kemper. Okay, I have no interest in that game.
What's up, fuckers? What's up, Big Show? Go Lions. I will say, Nick, I might have. I had 92 cents left in my Bovada account, so I made a 5-leg championship parlay. Ready for this one?
Mm-hmm.
All right. First one, I know you're not going to really care about. It's Vitality to win IEM Katowice. Nuggets to win the West. UNC to win college basketball. The Detroit Lions to win the Super Bowl. And the Edmonton Oilers to win the Western Conference.
Interesting.
Oh, by the way, the Edmonton Oilers are currently the Stanley Cup favorites. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I can see that. Their goaltending looks like it's figured itself out.
625 right now. And then 8-1 for Boston and Colorado, 10-1 for Florida, 11-1 for the Canucks, 12-1 for Carolina, Dallas, New York, and Vegas, and Winnipeg, New York being the Rangers. 14-1 for the Kings, 16-1. I almost did 16-1 on the Leafs, but I did not. Your Islanders are 80-1.
80-1? Damn
and
it.
The Sabres are 250-1.
I got 66-1 with them. So
Sabres are 250-1. So that's no fun. And I have them at 33-1. So garbage. All right, Nick. Final NHL game.
Yeah, we have the New York Rangers minus 330 favorites on the road here against the San Jose Sharks. That's crazy. Against the red hot San Jose Sharks. Let's get into it here. Minus 335 is what this game opened up at. It's now minus 325. Line opened up at a 6 at minus 101. It is still a 6 at minus 101. We have 90% of the tickets, 92% of the cash is on the Rangers puck line. The line's moved towards the Sharks. No cash flow on the money line. 67% of the tickets are on the over in this game here. Now, I'm not going to come here and tell you that there's value on a minus 330 road chalk. There's just not. I mean, pretty plain and simple there for that one. And actually, I forgot to get the numbers from that Sharks game last night because the Sharks won in a shootout last night against the LA Kings in a game they were dominated in. That was 2.14 to 4.36 when it comes to expected goals. So good job for Capo Kakkonen really saving the day for the San Jose Sharks in that game there. And for me, this was kind of a game I had circled that I wanted to look at a little bit deeper and take a shot with the dog. Now, obviously, I would have preferred the Sharks not going past regulation last night, especially into a shootout and a game against the Kings like that. I have this game with the Rangers around a 2-1 favorite in this game. So, I mean, obviously, there's no value in the Rangers in this spot. It's Sharks or nothing in this game. This is their third game in 4 days for the Rangers, and this is why I had this game circled. It's third game in 4 days, and it's their last game of the Vegas, California West Coast trip, where they played Vegas, LA, Anaheim, and San Jose. For me, it's Sharks or nothing, and we'll see how tonight goes. If the early slate looks good for me, I might be adding the Sharks, taking a stab at +2 something or whatever it is. So, For me, yeah, I'll be looking only towards the Sharks in this game, taking a shot with San Jose.
I did this game for Balling Out last night. Granted, I didn't know that this was going to end up going into overtime last night. The Sharks did. I took the Sharks +1.5. And when it came to it, I just felt like that would be a good spot for it. I just don't like laying a big price with a team, a big favorite on the road, especially the Rangers, who have looked human. Because they went on to a out west road trip, lost to Vegas, lost to LA. Yeah, they beat the Ducks. Everybody's beating the Ducks. I just feel like this is a good spot for San Jose to maybe force another overtime. And this is totally not me hoping that my Sharks over points total gets there, but I do lean Sharks in this one. I grabbed them +1.5, and that was plus money last night.
Yeah, I'm very interested in the San Jose Sharks in this game. Very, very interested. And +255. I kind of think the risk is worth the reward in this game. The Red Hot Sharks. Am I going to be moving on it? Not yet. I might move on it later. So, but
You gotta stop saying Red Hot Sharks. You're not gonna get taken seriously.
They've won 2 in a row.
Yeah, good job. They won 2 in a row. Whoop-de frickin' do. No, I'm not saying that. All this can go, one hit wonder. They could probably get something decent for him. Tuck any shots on goal, sure. By the way, is Skinner supposed to be coming back soon?
I think I think so.
I think he's day to day. Let me pull up utility. Buffalo Anaheim. Skinner's still on IR. Won't play. I don't have it. We'll see. What's the price on Detroit winning the division?
I know. Yeah, I know. I owe you a steak, man. I got that.
The Red Wings.
No, he's talking about the Lions.
Oh, I was looking up for the Red Wings for him, but okay.
Yeah, no, he's being funny because I owe him a steak.
Well, if you do want the Red Wings to win the Atlantic, it's 50-1. Asking for a friend.
Yeah.
I wonder what friend. Coyotes for the Cup. Get it. Rangers are beatable. Yes, they are.
They look very beatable these days, which is great to see.
Rangers.
I think there's value on any team other than the Rangers in the Metro. Like, I think there's probably value. Oh, I can't say Carolina because they still have Ronta starting games for them, and I can't really take them seriously there.
It's Rangers minus 110, Carolina plus 165, Flyers 14-1, Pittsburgh 18-1, Devils 20-1, Islanders not going to get there 40-1, and then 80-1 for Washington.
I would only look towards the Flyers.
Yeah, where's Columbus on this list? No Columbus?
No,
Okay.
because I think what I'm starting to finally realize is that the Philadelphia Flyers might fuck around and win the Metro. In a year they're supposed to tank.
No, they're not going to. I don't think they will.
They shouldn't, but for some reason I don't know how this team keeps winning.
That's fair. Stacks Pod is UNLV team total over 73.5. There you go. Oh well, it's all good. It's all good, man. All out of fun.
Yeah, I have absolutely no interest in a side in that NFC Championship game. I'm only staring at the over. I think the only way I can bet a side in that game is maybe a Lions team total. Would be probably my only look there.
Lions Ravens Super Bowl. Let's get it.
I kind of
Lions are going to win the Super Bowl. It's their year. Lions Super Bowl. It's still. I still hit the like button for you. There you go. There you go. Let's head over to the good part of the show, Nick.
Yeah, and I'll break down this first game with you, and then I'll have to peace out. But let's get into it here. The Denver Nuggets 4.5 point favorites now in this game. Total 239.5. This line looked fishy last night when I saw it was a 3, and now it's a 4.5. I would like to know if there's any injuries or if this is just
people realizing that the line is too slow.
Yeah, or if it's the people betting the Nuggets, because this line opened up at a 3.5, and now it's a 4.5. Line opened up at a 241.5, and it's dropped 3 points to 238.5. So lines moved towards the under here as well, which is kind of interesting here. Let's take a look at the cash flow here in this one. 72% of the tickets, 95% of the cash on the Nuggets, 8,400 tickets in, and the line has moved a point and a half in the Nuggets direction. So the line move makes sense there. 59% of the tickets, 83% of the cash is on the under. So the line move makes sense there as well. I have this game projected with the Nuggets. Actually, I projected with decent value on the Pacers in this spot here. If I remember right, let me get up my NBA spreadsheet if I can find it. There we go. Yeah, I have the Nuggets around a 1 point favorite in this game. So I'm wondering if there is any injuries that I'm missing here. But I see the Pacers as the second best graded team today.
Still no Halliburton.
There it is. Okay.
Michael Porter Jr. is probable. Aaron Gordon probable. Okay. Yeah, no, it's still no Halliburton. I think this Pacers team is a fade team for right now. They got, who do you call it? Pascal Siakam. They've lost 2 straight. I think they make it 3 in a row here. And I'm not taking the over because I said I'm going to stop betting the overs, which last game for them also went under. I could see this one being
Pacer unders.
Pacers are going under now. And we've seen a line movement from 243.5 to 239, so it's kind of crazy. This is a nugget spot for me. I got him at -3 last night, so I got him at a good line, so I'm happy with that. I got Denver at 3.
Fair. I'm only looking at, I think, 1 or 2 spots on the card today, but this is one of them that I was looking at that I'm not going to move on.
There you go. Lions are live. Yes, they are. Ravens Super Bowl. Yes.
At this point,
I think the Ravens make the Super Bowl. I think the Lions win the Super Bowl. Boring part, yawn. Gee, thanks. Lions. Dude, you're about to get timed out. Do not say that. MVP Embiid. Dude, stop it. Stop it. Scored 70 points last night against the Spurs. And Kobe scored 70 like 10 years ago. I could see Wemby. I could see Wemby couldn't stop Embiid. Keep in mind the Spurs suck. Okay, he likes to stat pad against bad teams. Yeah, I came in just in time for the good part of the show. There you go, NBA. Kansas City and the Cats in the Super Bowl. I like predicting opening day of the season, and Mr. Magic Mahomes wins it all again. No. I think Ravens, and I think Lions. And I think Lions win it all. Your Detroit Lions are going to win it all, Marcus. Yeah, it seems like he's becoming the new Brady, and I hated Brady. So this is the other game I had interest in. But, Nick, I know you need to go. See you later.
Yep, I'm going to peace out here. Have a good night. Have a good day, guys.
All right, see you. We get the Knicks and the Nets in the Battle of New York. New York. And I looked at this one. You got the Knicks at a 5-point favorite. It's a total of 223. And I will say I was able to get the Knicks at a 4 yesterday. So 2 games that I've beaten some nice small movements on so far. And I like the Knicks on this one. The Knicks have proven that they are playing good basketball right now. They've won 4 out of 5, and they look solid. And 5 out of 12. 9 out of 11. And on the opposite side, you've got the Nets, who cannot do anything right now. They've covered 1 time in the last 6 games, twice in the last 13. So this is just a Nets team that is struggling, a Knicks team that's starting to see a lot better play. And I beat a nice line movement because I got the Knicks at -4. I would still got them at 5. I think the Knicks win this one by double digits, so we got the Knicks in this one. Oh, I'm sorry, Tim. MVP is Joker. There you go. That's much better. Let me make sure that, let's see. NBA player future regular season MVP. Embiid's now favorited. Wow, it's amazing what happens when you score a bunch of points against a shitty team. Denver minus is a lean. Yep. Charlotte outright winner in Minnesota. Did they actually win in Minnesota yesterday? And that was with Karl Anthony Towns scoring 60. He scored 62 last night, and they couldn't win. Wow. Jeez. That is kind of funny. Interesting. Now, I will say I was not too big of a fan of the last 3 games. Right now, I only have 2 plays in the first 2. I'll quickly talk about them. Portland and Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City is a 14-point favorite. 234.5 is the total. Yeah, I want nothing to do with this game. I'm not messing with Portland. And come on, you got the Thunder laying 14. I like the Thunder. Don't get me wrong. They're 16-5 at home this year. They're covering spreads. I'm not laying a shit ton of points with them. So, no, I'm not interested in going after the Thunder. No, I'm not touching the Blazers. This one's a complete stay away. Maybe I'll look towards an over. in this one, but I couldn't do it. I got the Knicks at -4 last night. Yep, me too. This one was a game that I almost bet as well. You've got the Utah Jazz and the New Orleans Pelicans. The Pelicans are 6.5-point favorites with a total of 239. No real injuries. Okay, that's good. I kind of look towards an over in this game, and I kind of lean Utah. Once again, Utah is still playing good basketball, although they've lost 2 straight now, but one of them was in overtime. The other one was a 5-point game against Oklahoma City, so I'm not really overly worried about it. I would lean towards the Jazz. I also kind of look towards the over. You got the Jazz who've gone over in 4 out of their last 5. You got the Pelicans who have been going over. They've gone over in 4 out of their last 6. So this one's I lean towards the over for me. I'll lean towards the Jazz, but it ended up being a pass for me. Which brings us to the last game, which is the Battle of LA. The Lakers and the Clippers. The Clippers are 9-point favorites at home because they play in the same stadium. 232.5 is the total. And I believe this is, LeBron's out. LeBron is out, and Anthony Davis will probably play, which that kind of puts me towards the Lakers. I know that sounds crazy, but it kind of puts me towards the Lakers plus the 9 points because you're essentially getting 9 points with them at home. I'm not doing it. It would be a fade the injury report. Hold on. Actually, did LeBron play last game? That's going to dictate a lot. Did LeBron James play in the most recent game? It was against Portland. Yeah, he did. So this would be their first game without LeBron. It would be a lean towards the Lakers. Am I betting on the Lakers? No. No, I am not. Yes, Cat scored 60 and they lost at home to Charlotte. That is hilarious. Over for me. I can lean towards an over in the LA game. Pass on Oklahoma City. What's good, Nathan? Maybe lean over. Maybe lean towards over in the Laker game. LA versus LA. You got LA? Yeah, I would lean LA too. Yeah, Nick's saying that LA money line's a lock today. I would have to agree with that one. Nick, just like in college basketball, I'm taking the Cougars. Now, whether or not it's Houston or BYU, watch the free pick video. I'll pick some parlays. Anyways, Boston did go into Dallas and beat them last night. Yes, they did. I had Dallas. That sucked. I like Utah over only as a lean. And EQ thinks that's funny. There you go. I will say, Nick, put your hockey plays up so that I can track them all and we'll go from there. I'm also going to add a couple more college basketball plays to the card that I like. And because we have 2 plays that have not been given out yet. I'll probably add a couple more. Obviously, I did the free pick video with BYU and Duke yesterday. Both of those are up on the site. But all those will be right here. Become a member of the YouTube channel, $5.99 a month, 16 cents a day. We're up 13 units to start the year. So it's been good. 1301 to start the year. 162 and 148. College basketball has been good to us. We're up 9.18 units in college basketball. All of those picks, boom, right there. And then if you guys are interested, make sure you guys following us on social medias, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. All those linked down below. Sir Michael Creighton. Are you saying that you're betting Creighton today? Are they playing today? They are against Javier. Man, I wanted to bet my old Javier. They've been nice to me, but I'm gonna probably just stay away from that game. The Fakers don't lose at home. It's a home game. LeBum is out. I still lean Lakers plus the 9 at home, but pass. I have a feeling I'm gonna regret not betting the Lakers, but that's fine with me. Recap time. I didn't look at the NHL. Besides, I did take the Habs and I did take the Sharks plus 1.5. Those were 2 ball and out plays, and I'm on the Nuggets and I'm on the Knicks today. That's going to do it for this edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. We'll be back tomorrow with another one. And as for always, let's go Buffalo. Let's go Sabres.